What's happening? Today we're out here in the Birkhead Wilderness again, except we're at the Robbins Branch Trailhead. This is the ones at the southern end, the most southern end of Birkhead Wilderness, and we're going to attempt to find Camp 4, the old Joe Moffett Camp 4, and Camp 6, Bingham Graveyard, Cooper Cemetery. So there's some highlights on this one we want to cover.
Yep.
And some old homesteads, and just see what we can find out here and explore a little bit on this end.
Yeah. And
hopefully 4B, which is no longer much used. There's a camp called 4B out here too. So let's go and see what we can find. This one has that longer access on that gravel road that can be a little sketchy with some washouts sometimes. But leaving at this point, if you were doing the walkthrough on Uwharrie Forest, you would have to go on the road from here, about a 3-mile hike or so, to go to Walker's Creek Trailhead, which would be in the National Forest of Uwharrie. But let's go check out our adventure and see what we come across. Forgot to mention Piedmont Legacy Trails. They have a website. Check them out. They got a sign out here too. And basically, there's some trails on our website too you can hike. So give us guys a check out. But it's like a wishbone. It's what one book, old trail books we've been reading and stuff, getting some background information on this. It's like a wishbone from the parking area. So you hike straight in, kind of, even though I know there's like a curve, some curves, but you hike in, and then it forks. And right here's where it forks. Depending on what you want to do, whether it's the Robbins Branch Trail or Hannah's Creek Trail. Today we're definitely hitting Hannah's Creek Trail, okay? And up here there's going to be just a little ways up the trail, we're going to come across a yellow markings for a side trail that will go to the Cooper homestead area and Cooper's cemetery. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know this, but that cemetery does have a Revolutionary War veteran buried there, along with members of the family, and some say there's about actually 30 to 35 graves there, but only a handful are actually still there, preserved, marked. So let's go check it out. A lot of trails have this double marker. This is yellow. Out here in Birkhead and Uwharrie, yellow is a side trail. This is how you go to the Cooper Cemetery area. We're gonna go hike this one. And when you see 2 marks, usually that's an indication of like a turn of some type. When you see 2 paint marks. That's a newer sign, so thanks for whoever put those up. I think Uwharrie Trailblazers, there's several volunteer groups to help clean these trails and maintain them and signage. Hey, go on their website, check them out too. They have a map that's for sale for like $10. It's a new updated map of Birkhead and Uwharrie Forest. We got ours, I don't know, about a month ago, and very good quality map, and it has a lot of cool data and information on it. So highly recommend you guys go get your map from them. Kind of something like a rock wall was intentionally, or something was stacked. See, you'll see a lot of these burls, whatever you call them, growth on these trees. They don't harm the trees or anything, but woodsmen like those, especially the big ones, because you can use it for your wood crafting and stuff. But yeah, we found some kind of rock, well, it used to be an old rock structure of some type, was put in, and it goes that way too, but definitely stacked all the way across.
Mushroom of some kind.
Go for it.
We're at Cooper Cemetery, guys, on top of Cooper's Mountain. There's 2 graves. Yep, there's several graves on it.
So basically, going down the sign, it reads Cooper Mountain going down the cross. And the cross just says Cooper Cemetery. So this is where the Revolutionary War veterans buried. It's got your gate. Partially fenced. Part of the fencing in the back is no longer in existence. But check this gate out. Sterling Cooper, private, North Carolina militia, Revolutionary War, February 1st of 1763 to September 16th, 1843. And thank whoever has been maintaining this, because I have been up here years ago. We have seen it overgrown a lot. So yeah, he's buried here. The Cooper family, a lot of them are out here. 1700s, late 1700s, all the way through the probably toward 1900, people are buried out here. There's lots of rocks. Some, like I say, there's documents that say 30, 35 graves are out here. But I want to try to let you see some of these rocks. There we go. This tree grew up in this one. See? That's a marker. There's another one. And then you got all through here these rocks. Trail goes up that way. So what a cool find. What do you think, bro?
That's cool.
How many rocks do you think you see?
30.
There's a lot of
Maybe
rocks.
30. I don't know. A lot.
Tell them about these plants nearby.
These flowers are daffodils. They're planted near homesteads sometimes.
So if you see daffodils in the middle of the woods somewhere, or when you're hiking out in the middle of nowhere, often that's a sign of nearby homesteads. They bloom in the spring, early spring, yellow. But yeah, what a cool find. And very close to the trail is the Cooper Cemetery Trail. So definitely worth a visit if you're out here in the Birkheads. But there's no proof to tell you how many exact numbers are buried here, other than an estimate that I've read about says 30 to 35 graves. See how there's no fence on the back? That ain't nothing. Old pose.
Bunch of rocks.
Cool boulders all over the place out here. Hannah's Creek Trail. And then they continue to go back behind here too, if you want to take a look. Okay. Lots of boulders. Only if they could speak to us, they know the story of this place. Birkhead Wilderness. It's a very historical. It's just a lot of stuff unknown, mysterious place too. Right up above us here, the homestead. we're going to take you to next. This is how big it is. Look how big this chimney fall is. This, folks, was a chimney fall. It was a standing chimney, and again, you can validate what we say by doing your research. Go on Google Images, chimney, Birkhead Wilderness, and you'll see that this thing was standing massively. One of the biggest chimneys in Wilderness Area was here. 2013 and earlier, there's some pictures of it. But now it's just one big chimney fall. A massive homestead. Some people say it's part of the Bingham homestead. The Binghams are out here. We're going to their graveyard next. One book indicates this is the Christianberry homestead site, the old Christianberry site. I don't know what's true, what's not, but gives you an idea. So hit us up in the comments if you got some input on this beautiful site. People camp right below it. It's real flat, but when you're camping, you're actually were in their home if it was back 100 years ago or more.
All that area, all this was going
And all this would have been a house. They all had really big living rooms, and you shared bedrooms oftentimes, but this was the homestead. Like I say, one document shows this the Christianberry home place, and then some people say part of the Bingham family homestead. Tons of homesteads are out here though. But yeah, people camp out here. It's right near the Hammers Creek Trail, about 15 feet off of it. Well, guys, Camp 4, one of Joe Moffat's scout camps, is in existence.
Oh, yeah. Campsite number 4.
Scout Troop, what, 25?
25. Archfield Trinity.
An Eagle Project.
Eagle Project. There's everybody who participated.
Or if it wasn't Joe Moffat, it was definitely one of the scouts.
There's a scout group of some sort.
Hey, the camp was, this was completed, guys, guess what? March 3rd of 79.
Dang.
So March 3rd of 79, nearly 50 years. And look, it's stoned in good. They got the grill plate.
It's proper.
Smoke comes up through here. It's still well intact. But can you do that now? No. It's a wilderness area now. It wasn't then. But this is a really cool Camp 4 site. We found it. People camp around it too. But the detail on this is really excellent.
Oh yeah, they did a great job.
I'm not sure if it's a Joe Moffat camp or not, but it's a scout camp.
We found the Christopher Bingham plantation. An old gas canister of some kind.
Wow.
Interesting. Bingham Graveyard in Camp 6. We'll follow the yellow trail.
We went the wrong way on the yellow.
Bingham Graveyard.
But yeah, guys, this graveyard, the Bingham Graveyard, lots of graves are back here. We're only finding a handful of stones, but there's like 6 or 7 right where we're standing. Let's see. There's probably 35 to 45 is what Joe Moffat's book says. An afternoon walk to the past. But look at this. This is a stone where someone was buried. And then you can tell behind here is another stone. But if you want to see one that's erected, it's right here. And then one laying down with a stone beside of it. And then you have all this area here. This is Funky's grave right here. That's, you know, because remember, no embalmers back then. The elder man or men in the community were the pastors, were the you know, head farmers and all that, everything. And they did the burying and the whole thing. And this cedar boxes or wooden caskets is all they made, and when they rotted away and sunk. And right here's an example of that, is where one had sunk. And is that a rock right there that's pointed at you? Or wood? So check this out. Whew! I'm tired, I'm out of shape. Camp 6, it's another Eagle Scout project. It was built nearly 50 years ago. April 3rd, 1976. It was an Eagle Scout project. It doesn't mention Joe Moffat's name on this particular camp, nor 4, but they took after his insights, and that's his style that they were building back in the 70s. If you look at it this way, the chimney comes up, the smoke rises through the rock, the concrete, and it's eroding, but it's still a workable camp. It even has the metal steel bar going across the bottom. So, what a cool find. And then people do camp nearby it too, see. The water source is a creek right here. It's flowing pretty good today. Beautiful spot. So that's why they picked it. But hope you enjoyed the video so far. And then that's the creek. Beautiful this time of year. It's running. You can hear it flowing. So different era and time we live now. We're forgetting about all the historical sites and stuff. But this is Birkhead Wilderness, and the last thing we're going to do is go back up to the Birkhead Trail, which is the Uwharrie Trail, and we're going to hike down to see if we can find Camp 4B, and then we'll let you know if we can find it or not. We found 4B. It's been rebuilt by a scout troop over the years, but what a pretty cool find. This is on the old part of the Uwharrie Trail that's no longer used anymore. So we went right on the trail past Bingham Graveyard, Camp 6, all that, to the old part of the Uwharrie Trail, and I found this what they call 4B. So kind of neat. So we found them all in Birkhead. We're gonna head back, and if we see anything crazy, we'll go ahead and highlight it for you. But yeah, man, we appreciate your watch. Don't forget, like, comment, share our videos on our channel, subscribe, and hey, you never know where we might go next. So the only part we're missing out here in Birkhead Wilderness now is Thornburg. We'll hit that up and do the Thornburg Trail and that part of the Birkhead section. Pretty much after that, we've hiked every trail in here and explored a lot of off-trail stuff too. But there's an old road bed near Camp 4B, what they call 4B. It goes up that way. So there's an old road bed. But because of private property issues, I think they relocated that trail. So now it goes to Hannah's Creek and then up at the Robbins Branch Trailhead. So yeah, cool little venture. We'll catch you on the next one.